Hello and welcome. Today, I'll explain the entire history of the Great SMP. Strap in, because this server is filled with lore and story. If you want to join the server yourself, all you have to do is join the Discord, link in the description. Let's get started.
Okay, I prepared you a scavenger hunt, okay?
Okay.
Go.
Go. It's
Go.
around.
In the beginning, there was nothing. Until one fateful day, milk, tea, and some bears all came together to create Milk Tea Bear, the first person on the server. Over time, the settlers arrived in the land, some examples being Rev is Live, Disney, Swite, and Vondito. We'll get to them in a minute. Problems started when Rev and Disney plotted to kill Vondito as a little welcoming gift for joining the server. And I, KeyanTheGreat, did not like that idea so much. I created a government to bring order to the server, while Rev and Disney made a revolution. Ha, get it? Pun. Opposing the government, and went to the far negative reaches of the map, which was a 5k diameter at the time. Notable revolution members were Rev, Disney, Swite, Milky Bear, and Lamp. While notable Diamond Fist members were me, Vondito, Russian Premium, and Happy. A schism formed in the revolution camp between Swite and Disney, starting with a successful assassination attempt on Swite, and eventually leading to a full-blown court case between the two, following the withering of Happy's base. There was a long rivalry between the two that lasted until the end.
Our base! The Wither's destroying Happy's base!
While all the quarrels between the two main factions on the server were happening, a man named Aaron is Fast had an idea. He sat me down one day and explained to me his plan for world domination, a plan for a utopia socialistic society under a European flag. It seemed enticing at first, but after a minute, I had noticed that Aaron has completely lost his marbles. Something had taken a hold of him. Something was influencing him. I didn't know what it was at the time, but what I did know was that feeling of complete shock as I watched Aaron light his own house ablaze, proclaiming that he had tried to help people. He had tried to be kind and forgiving, but the world was not such a place, and so it needed correction. I wanted to arrest him, but I chose not to. I thought he was bluffing. I soon realized he was not.
I'm going to make a socialistic country that won't go on economy and money. I will have a place where we share everything.
I'm sorry.
It will be
I'm
beautiful.
sorry.
Everyone will be rich.
I kept what Aaron had told me to myself. That was, at least until I found a looming European flag at the border of the old map at 2500 negative 2500. The map border had already grown to 10k in diameter by then, but it was a sign, a warning. I decided to let everyone know of the upcoming European Empire and how it had the potential to destroy us all if our two factions did not come together. They didn't listen to me. They called me a madman. Anti-European, they said. I took it as a compliment. I named my chest plate after it, the one that I keep to this day. What followed was nothing but silence. For weeks I hunted, looking for signs of the so-called European Empire that Aaron had promised he would create. I found strip mines, old encampments, and even some signs, but there was very little evidence until I found Wither Base. It was very near to the new border of the world, a cave opening with black stone stairs and skulls littered about. Inside, nothing but soul sand. Its purpose was obvious. I called as many people as I could to the location, and we fought the Withers. It seemed like lighthearted fun at the time. When we were finished, everyone returned to the status quo. They did not heed my warning that the base represented. I tried to stay vigilant and continue to look for clues.
Oh, he's escaping the cave!
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay.
More weeks of silence ensued. Then it happened, seemingly at random. Every single major base on the server had been griefed, decimated. I was not online at the time, but when I returned I found the server licking its wounds. Everyone had been affected, from all sides and factions. An investigation ensued. A sign was eventually found, a sign that sent chills down the spine. The Europeans are coming, it read. What really stung, however, was not the sign itself, but its author. The bringer of destruction was none other than Disney himself. Confusion ensued. Disney was a trusted person, and most certainly not a European. We visited his home and found a broken man, mumbling to himself and joking around. He began to suddenly throw all his items out, giving them out randomly. A frenzy ensued. His stashes of gear were incomprehensibly large, and everyone wanted a shulker. To this day, Disney is documented as the most powerful man in the history of the server.
If he does, we gotta get out of here.
Be reasonable. Be reasonable.
We gotta leave, Keyan.
Please be reasonable.
Keyan, he's insane.
Okay, we gotta get out.
We gotta just go.
We gotta
go.
I'm out.
This was the server's first canon death. Disney would go down a legend on the server, and his items fetch exorbitant prices nowadays.
It's Disney.
What? Why is he giving me all this stuff?
Wait, how many enchanted gapples do you have?
Just-
This sudden event sent everyone into shock and worry. Everyone began to get paranoid and stored items in preparation for an invasion. We realized that the Europeans had special technologies, powers that we did not yet understand. Disney had been mind-controlled, influenced by Aaron. The ensuing paranoia took its toll on everyone, but it did the most on Vandito. One day he called me and promised I would take care of his stuff and give it to those he needed most. As he was a shark, he swayed into the ocean, his resting place, and died of a stroke. This was the server's second canon death. I don't have gills anymore. You can't breathe in the water. Wait, stop. No. Then there was Rev. One day, Rev and I were showing a new person around the server, different landmarks and such. We traveled to Rev Town, the most beautiful settlement on the server, only to find it lava casted and burned to the ground. At first, Rev acted shocked, but as time ticked on, he slowly revealed that it was in fact himself that had burned down his own town. He had gone mad like the others. He proclaimed that if he could not have his town, that if others would keep destroying it, then he would do it himself. He and his remaining followers joined the Europeans in secret, and the revolution was abolished. I managed to get the guests to safety, take them to the Norwegian flag, and tell them what we were up against. The guest, brave as one could be, proclaimed that they would find a way to end this dilemma, end this darkness. And so this mysterious entity was called. The one who influenced people, the one who wanted to destroy the world, darkness. Aaron was only its host for the time being. And so the guest walked into the sunset, vowing to return with the secret to destroy the darkness once and for all. They have not been heard from since. There were more weeks of silence heading into December, as if the Europeans reveled in the mystery. We did not know what they were up to at the time, but with the benefit of being in the future, this is what went down. Aaron continued to gain more followers, either willingly or through mind control techniques. He had many supernatural powers that none others had, undocumented to this day. However, he overstepped his boundaries. Aaron and Rev had opposing visions when it came to the European project, and so, one night, as Aaron was sleeping, Rev murdered him and proclaimed himself the new European leader. The darkness had chosen a new host. We still did not know whether Rev truly was a European, as he still claimed to not be one. So when Lamp built a massive Christmas tree and invited all to a party to celebrate, we obliged. How silly we were. After some dinner and speeches, Rev and the Europeans finally launched their grand attack, ambushing all at the party. We managed to escape the burning tree and rally our forces at my personal bunker for the Diamond Fist. Half of the major players had been Europeans the whole time. Lavahawk, Rev, Bear, Force, CH12, all of them. Notable members on our side were me, Slime, Angry Bread, a mysterious man named Raza, and Swite. Well, Swite was on our side until he found out that his friend Lavahawk was in the European attack. He was influenced to switch sides and caused havoc on my bunker, even killing my dog Luna. May she rest in peace. Eventually, however, we forced the Europeans to retreat and regroup, and even managed to arrest someone, a familiar face. It was Vandito, a half-shark, half-machine, brought back from the dead by the Europeans' bleeding-edge technologies. With their trump card out of the fight, the Europeans were weakened, and so I proclaimed a final fight at neutral coordinates, +1000, +1000.
They are in great numbers.
This is when Raza revealed his secret. He was actually an ex-European, a man that Aaron had attempted to mind control. It was thought to have been successful, but Raza had in fact resisted and defected once the Christmas battle had commenced, the only man to resist European mind control technology. He revealed all of their battle plans and strategies. Our second savior was Slime, who had hatched the idea to throw invisibility potions when the battle began. Since there are more of them than us, they would hit each other much more often. After a heated and well-fought battle, the Europeans were defeated, all surrendering. We celebrated that day, believing we had won. However, we forgot one important detail. The darkness had been expelled out of the bodies of the Europeans, but it had not been killed. The mysterious entity was still out there, ready to cause new and more efficient havoc. And it had found a new suitor, one far younger and more powerful. From the ashes of the Europeans came I Stealthy, a man with a different idea for world domination. You see, he wasn't limited by the thoughts of the Europeans. He was not in for a socialistic society. Instead, he was only in for anarchy, destruction, and terror across the entire world. He had spoken to the Aether gods, or so he had thought, and he believed that they told him that the only solution was to burn the world to the ground, and so he thought himself a hero in doing so. By the time I realized something was wrong, the entire server was infected, because anarchy is different than utopian society. Anarchy is universal. He defeated us in a battle, and is now the reigning supreme commander of the SMP. We are now taking our final chance to stop him before he destroys the entire world. This Sunday, March 14th, at noon Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Central, we will give it our best shot. What will happen? I have no idea. The server's been through a lot, and let's hope it makes it through this as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you all soon. Goodbye.